Many thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television. And of course, earlier we've been discussing the Supreme Court ruling at the Rivers Assembly. Well, thank you so much for your time, Wisdom Chap Jumbo. It's been a privilege having you speak on this matter. All right. And be rest assured that News Central will definitely keep its eyes on developments there as it unfolds. Hopefully, we'll get to bring out one of the members of the House, who, of course, belongs to the Martin Amaule faction, to speak on this development in person of Lolo Isaiah Poinde. We tried connecting with him, but we had a bit of connectivity issues. But we'll definitely bring him on to bring us up to speed as regards developments in the River State House. But let's, of course, shift gears and move to Lagos State, where yesterday we saw a bit of drama. Mudashiru Obasa, the impeached Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, made a bold move by declaring himself the authentic Speaker of the House. He resumed his position on Thursday, which of course was yesterday, returning to the Assembly complex under the protection of police and state security service operatives. Obasa's return comes after his impeachment on January 13, 2025, which he claims did not follow due process. He expressed no intentions of victimizing his colleagues. Instead, emphasized his desire to continue serving the people of Lagos State alongside his fellow lawmakers. Now joining me live in the studio at this time is Niniola Adegoke. Is the SA on Youth Affairs and Special Duties to Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
It's great having you again.
I'm glad to be here as well.
Well, it looks like we are beginning to see new developments unfold. Yeah. But I also understand that we have another guest, a Zoom guest, Dr. Ibrahim Osinowo, is a political analyst who is joining virtually. Dr. Osinowo, it's great to have you too.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you for joining the program. I'll come back to you, Doctor, but let me start with you, Niniola. Your principal yesterday resumed, his role in the House, the Lagos State House, even though we saw a lot of drama. He did manage to clarify some issues. He spoke briefly with the press, even granted the television interview afterwards. And he declared himself Speaker. He even held plenary at the House. But even though it was attended by, some said, 4 members, if I'm not mistaken. But, you are in his cabinet. What happened? What did Lagosians witness yesterday?
There is nothing strange that happened yesterday. It's something
not
normal.
Strange.
It's not strange at all.
Because right now, Lagosians are asking who exactly is the Speaker of the House?
Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, of course. I told you the first time you invited me, I said, Mr. Speaker remained the only authentic and legitimate Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. But the only thing the instigators of that fake coup succeeded in doing was disturbing the stability, harmony, unity, and probably little progress of the House. I believe this is yesterday. Normalcy has been restored.
Really?
And yes. And gradually, the legislative business has been activated.
But we only saw like 4 members, resume plenary.
I can boldly tell you that yesterday some went on official assignment, and Mr. Speaker sanctioned it before they went.
But some of them did address the press.
Count those people and had those ones that went on official assignment, plus the people at the plenary. Then total it and tell me the figure you have. Okay,
maybe we'll get that clip, those that granted interview with the press. But let me bring in Dr. Ibrahim Osinowo. Dr. Osinowo, it's great to have you on the program. What's your take on what we saw in Lagos State yesterday at the Lagos State Assembly? All right, while we're still trying to connect with Dr. Osinowo, let me come back to you.
Okay.
Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa yesterday even spoke with the press. He denied that the case is not in court in that press briefing. If we have it, please, I'd like to know so we can play it. And also address some other issues that he felt were lingering. My question to you is this: so, what becomes of Honorable Mojisola Miranda, even though he claimed that there was some sort of agreement that, she would step down.
With what transpired yesterday, it is obvious that Miranda, she remained, I said it before, that Miranda remained, before law, Deputy Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. And yesterday, my position was well established with what happened. You understand me? Let me just quickly reframe this. Mr. Speaker has never declared himself. It was the law of the constitutional law of the land that said, okay, when somebody is elected as the Speaker of the House, for you to remove him or her, there must be a certain procedure.
And you think that procedure was not followed?
They were majority were violated. I said it before. The maize they used that very day was fake maize, and none of them has ever used any rejoinder against that.
But you still never answered where the original maize is.
You can't expect me to reveal that.
You claim that the maize was fake.
It's one of your job. You can go to the assembly and ask for the chief security officer of that institution. So that person is in best position to give us comprehensive explanation as regard that. When they fail to get the original one, that was when they went and looked for the fake one. Do you understand me now? So once the symbol of authority is not on desk, then Mr. Speaker remains the only authentic. That's number one. Number two is this: if you elect somebody wrongly, it is normal, it's a natural principle of law that you must give that person the opportunity to defend him or herself. Mr. Speaker is a human being who was on official duty when this thing happened. The failed code. It's just a pity that Miranda allowed access to be used, because it was the same Mr. Speaker.
You said she allowed herself to be used?
Yes.
By who?
By the manipulators.
Who are the manipulators?
The politicians.
Who are the politicians?
You see, people that are using her to achieve what they want now.
Who are those people?
Very soon, they will soon dump her. Because
it will be nice for us to know some of this.
Let me tell you something. Very soon, they will soon dump her. And this is what is going to happen. The old-timer among the lawmakers, many of them are nursing the ambition of going to the Federal House of Rep. So they are sourcing for some certain things. Now, okay, if they are able to equip themselves very well, then the next election, they will be able to make use of those materials to achieve their aim. But that is not our major objective in this case. Like what Mr. Speaker said yesterday, is not there to victimize anybody. It is practically based on assumption. It's an assumption. I
want to ask a question.
And the assumption is totally wrong.
I want to ask a question. I mean, the return of Mr. Speaker and the amount of people we saw at the plenary that he presided over yesterday, about 4 of them, does that reflect even though you claim that some of them
went on official duty?
Yes. I would have loved to know the exact numbers.
And Mr. Speaker approved
I would have loved to know the number of those that went on official duty, because where I'm going is this. Right now, the House, from what we saw yesterday, even at some point, it appeared there was even no power at the Assembly, and they had to sort of postpone the plenary.
That's a Nigeria factor.
Really?
That's a Nigeria factor.
It wasn't like there was foul play around.
No, not at all. Not at all. Even after the plenary, Mr. Speaker called some of the technical staff that what is happening. Do you still think
he has the support of the House?
The support is intact.
Very intact.
I'm telling you, I'm a practical person.
How intact?
Let me, Mr. Dapo, look here. You a journalist. You understand me? I'm one of the politicians in this country. Next plenary, you will see the figure on the floor. Do you understand me? It is all about negotiation. And many of them has been reaching out. Before they elected them, they went through certain procedure. They went through certain process. And it was the system that produced them as the lawmaker.
Okay.
And let me be honest with you. Party decision is supreme.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Let me bring in Dr. Ibrahim Osinowo. He's a political analyst to, of course, lend his voice to this conversation. Doctor, Ibrahim Osinowo, thank you so much for your time. It's great to have you join us.
Sorry, Dapo. This is Honorable Lolo Kwende from Rivers State.
Oh, Honorable Lolo, it's great to have you. I guess that there's a bit of a mix-up here. Honorable Lolo, we'll be right with you shortly. All right. While we're still trying to connect with Dr. Ibrahim Osinowo, let me come back to you in the studio. You have said quite a number of issues, or raised quite a number of issues here. Let's look into the future right now. And I mean, Lagos State is pivotal when it comes to politics, even across the nation. And many are asking, does this reflect a major crack within the APC?
Absolutely no crack. Absolutely no crack. Absolutely. You see, one thing is this. When you set up a political system, the more you experience issues, the more solidified you become. If you put up any political party, probably at the local level, and you don't experience any tension within your political system, I'm boldly telling you that such political system is completely weak and you don't have the capacity to deliver. That is why the majority are rushing to APC. The kind of structure that is on ground, do you understand me now, can conveniently absorb this little tension these lawmakers are trying to bring. If they are truly on ground, I'm not here to attack any one of them, honestly. But if they are truly on ground at their various locations, at their various local governments, we can test on something. They can allow the system to declare their seat vacant. Then look for another political party and go for by-election. At least to show their strength, their popularity, their acceptability in the society. Some of them, before they got return ticket, Mr. Speaker went through a lot to lobby for them. There is no crime in lobby, but there is a crime in carrying out any corruption process by probably supporting with envelope. But you can lobby as a leader. You can lobby for your followers. I say, okay, let this person return. Okay, this is the shortcoming. Let's address the shortcoming. Then the future, whatever that will happen in the future, we tell him or her what to do and how to manage the political system. You see, what they are doing every day is they are just trying to test the leadership strength of the APC leaders at the state level, not Mr. Speaker. Today, they believe that they are attacking Mr. Speaker. They are not. They are only trying to expose the strengths and weaknesses of the APC leaders at the state level. And believe me, I know Honorable Cornelius Ojelabi will surely handle them very well. There is this. Yes.
How will he handle them?
Good. Before they got to that office, they went through particular processes. And the party that produced them is APC. And that is the party the INEC at the national level recognized. You, as an individual, you cannot produce yourself as a candidate. It's the party that will introduce you to the electoral umpire. Now, okay, this is our candidate, not you as an individual. Simply means that the party that produced them still has authority over these people. In politics, there is no big deal in crisis, but there is always big deal when you don't listen to your leaders.
All right, let's look at another issue here, and that's the issue of whispers as regards will I call it the body language of the president? Is the body language of Mr. President in favor of your principle?
When you say body language,
on this matter?
On this particular matter, have you ever seen Mr. President say that says anything?
He doesn't need to say, but is
or the body language of the presidency in general.
No, the
team working with
the president, because Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, said it's been an ally and a loyalist of the president, right after secondary school.
Is that a crime?
No, it's not a crime. I'm just saying that, what is the position of Mr. President on this?
If I am loyal to you.
What do you know?
If I am loyal to you and I committed some blunders, being loyal to you does not mean that, and you know that I'm one of the strong pillars, it does not mean that you cannot discipline me or you cannot talk to me and address that abnormal side of me. But believe me, Mr. President is a father to all of them. You see, sometimes when you have probably plenty children, you cannot expect all of them to behave in the same way. But you only know I don't want to use the word bastard, but very close to you. When your father is talking to you and you are pointing abusive fingers to your dad, then you will know that you are going outside your boundary. Most especially, Southwest Yoruba region is a region that value respect so much. When some elders leave their comfort home, visit you, talk to you politely, expecting you to reciprocate that respect, and you fail to yield to that, to whatever they want, believe me, such children will surely get beaten at the end of the day.
Okay, now talking about beating, before I let you go, maybe I'll just give you about 30 seconds to respond to this. There are whispers that as part of the reconciliatory process to all of what we are seeing happening, there are whispers that neither Honorable Mojisola Miranda or even your principal, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, will remain as speaker. That there might just be someone else, a neutral person, who is maybe picked.
Okay, you know what?
I'm just asking. 30 seconds.
Nothing of such. Mr. Speaker is the legitimate.
So you're saying
this is what this is
back.
Yes, he's fully back. He has decided to reactivate legislative business, and everything is running smoothly. And let me tell you something: if you are still doubting it, very soon, Mr. Governor is going to commit some certain document to the House to address state matters.
So you're saying the governor of Lagos State will still speak on this issue?
No, not speaking.
Okay.
Surely there are some certain things, there are some legislative business that do move between this executive arm and the legislative arm.
Yeah.
Then when we get there, we will know who is going to address the issue. That is when you will know the authentic person as the speaker.
All right.
So Mr. Speaker is intact.
All right. Thank you so much.
Why Miranda still remains our deputy speaker? She's our sister, and we love her so much. And we just pray that she change her way.
Wow. You can be rest assured that we'll keep our eyes on the ball.
No problem.
It's been a privilege having you again. Niniola Adegoke, essay on youth affairs and special duty to Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.